So early into the supermarket shop, I heard screaming and shouting. I thought it was just teenagers playing around, and then a young man ran past me saying that there'd been a stabbing and a man was with a knife. So I rushed over to see if I could help anyone that had been stabbed, and realised that the offender was still on scene. He was still pacing around with the knife. I couldn't get close to the victim. She had a large laceration on her abdomen and across her shoulder. He paced towards me, so I made a quick getaway to the bottom of the store, but maintained a visual of him. He then further attacked that lady on the ground, cutting her across the throat. He then grabbed an elderly lady that was cowering behind her trolley, and stabbed her multiple times around the neck and the body. At that point I grabbed a pole to try and intervene. At this point he was shouting Allah Akbar over and over, so I cursed him, which got his attention, and gave the opportunity for another bystander to try and tackle him, who was very brave, who nearly got stabbed in the process as well. Another gentleman joined me, an Indian chap that tried to take the pole from me and tried to intervene as well. We were all giving orders for him to drop the knife, but he just refused and carried on chanting, so came towards me, and at that point 2 plain closed uniform officers came into the store and engaged with him. They told the people behind and the chap with the pole to move away out of the line of fire. They gave good clear commands to the terrorist to drop the knife, which he refused to do, and then charged at the officers with the knife raised. They had split second to make a decision on what to do, and unfortunately the terrorists made that choice that they had to use lethal force. They shot him central chest and around the abdomen to disable him. Those shots killed him. He died quickly. We triaged him out fairly quickly. Then we tended to the other victims who had significant and life-threatening injuries. Being an ex-paramedic, we quickly ascertained triage of those patients and called St. John directly to their clinical desk. Gave them an update of how critical the situation was, but however it was safe for paramedics to enter. There was an elderly lady and a 30 or 40-year-old female that had critical multiple stab wounds. The police were carrying a clotting agent, which we managed to spray in the wounds and clot some of the wounds to prevent them bleeding out. I can't really thank the New Zealand police enough. They've had a bit of flack for not doing enough. I think they did everything in their legal means, and if we waited for first response or frontline police to arrive, I probably would have been dead. They certainly saved my life, and I think they saved the lives of countless others as well that day. And the other people that were on scene that gave aid, I think were incredibly brave as well. They're not trained in emergency response, and they did exceptionally well and were very courageous.